You're watching Fugitive Red-Eye, and welcome to another episode of Dan's Picks. This is the series where Super Dantastic picks something that he's seen and I haven't for me to watch and review. Although I did hint that I will be doing Training Day for Dan's Picks, I'm actually going to do this one first. I have seen Training Day and will be reviewing it in the next episode. But, as the title of today's video implies, I'm going to be talking about The Punisher Season 1, the Netflix series. Now, I do enjoy superheroes to a point, but I'm nowhere near as into it as a lot of people are in the mainstream audience. However, anti-heroes is a different matter. I love anti-heroes. Like, my favorite superhero is Spawn, which isn't even really a superhero, he's more of an anti-hero. And then after that is probably the Punisher. Other than this, the only Punisher I've really had exposure to was the John Travolta movie, and I've seen a few bits and pieces of comics here and there. But this show stars that guy who played Shane on The Walking Dead. And I think that he did a much better job in this than he did in that, although he was good in The Walking Dead too. Although I don't like The Walking Dead really, I did like that character and that actor. But if you don't know, The Punisher follows the story of Frank Castle, a former Marine who was involved in some shady operations and his family got killed because of it. And the basic idea of the show is he goes out and systematically gets revenge on all of those responsible for the deaths of his family. This is actually tied in with the Daredevil show on Netflix, which I've seen a couple episodes of, but haven't watched anywhere near as much. But I loved The Punisher. I absolutely loved every second of it. There's a lot of good characters and a lot of good action. And as I said before, I do really like The Punisher as a character, and I love the idea of anti-heroes, so I really liked the way this played out. Plus, this actor did a fantastic job, and the villains were definitely hateable, which is something you always gotta have in a good villain. And the thing I thought was kind of interesting is the trailer for The Punisher on Netflix actually plays the song One by Metallica, which at the moment is probably my favorite song, so that was pretty cool too. And speaking of songs, the intro to The Punisher is actually really cool too. So is the intro to Daredevil, but I think the one on The Punisher I like a little bit more. The Punisher so far has had one season, and it is supposed to get a second one. And while I am excited for this, it does leave me wondering how they're gonna do that. Because without trying to spoil it too much, they kind of wrap everything up in this first season. So I really don't get what exactly they're going to do in the second season. Granted, that's great because it leaves me not knowing what's going to happen, and I'm eager to see where they go from there. But yeah, The Punisher is really great. If you have Netflix and haven't seen it, you should definitely check it out. Even if you don't really like superheroes, The Punisher is really good anyway. Like I said, I really do think that The Punisher is probably Marvel's best current series they have going. I'd say it's nowhere near as good as the Wolverine film series, particularly Logan, but after Logan, I'd say this is probably the best thing that Marvel's done. Anyway, this has been Fugitive Red-Eye. I hope you've enjoyed today's episode of Dan's Picks, and like I said, I will be getting to Training Day with the next episode. But anyway, have a great rest of the day.